My teaching philosophy is to develop children with their skills, such as social skills and manners and things like that, along with, of course, the actual job of teaching them things and making sure that they feel like they can learn in a safe environment. I feel like most kids nowadays don't really like going to school. They kind of fear it because kids are pretty mean sometimes, and there's a lot of bullying problems. I personally know from my own cousin has a problem with that, and now he's homeschooled because he hated going to school so much he'd get physically ill. So it's really important for me that when I'm a teacher, that I'm making sure those kids feel safe in the classroom. And that means just talking to the kids about bullying and people that they can reach out to if they're getting bullied, and also just make sure that I'm making all the kids talk to one another and making sure they're not grouping off into little groups so everyone feels included and they're not worried about what some group is thinking about them, because they're not in that group. So I would just sit them down every once in a while, maybe once a week or whatever, at the end of the week, and talk to each other, make sure that they're complimenting each other, saying nice things, and just make them be kind and respectful humans. And I think that's something that's really important and something that I think more teachers should be including in their classrooms. With the social skills and everything and the manners, I think it's another really important thing. Um, I think a lot of people just get set and like teachers are there to teach them educational things like math, English, the basics. But I think that it's also really important that teachers include that stuff because a lot of kids I see in classrooms are already like kind of falling behind and just talking to people. They're uncomfortable with it, and that's a really important skill to have for their future. Like, you have to be able to communicate when you get a job and all those things. So I think it's really important to bring that into the classroom and make sure that those kids are getting it, just in case they may or may not be getting it at home, because not all children do. And then, of course, teaching them. I want to make sure that I'm trying to reach all kinds of learners. That means using different methods, changing the different kinds of activities. I also believe that lecturing shouldn't be a long, like all class period kind of thing. Or if you're in the younger ones, not a half an hour thing. It needs to kind of be short because we all know that not everyone's attention spans are that long. So once they start drifting away, then they're not really getting the information they need, which means they're not going to be learning things, they're not going to test well, and that's just going to put them behind even further. So I think it's important to keep it pretty minimal and then make sure that you're giving them activities and different things to do so they are still understanding the information without them being lectured all the time. So I think those are the main things I'd want to do as a teacher, and so that's why I include them in my teaching philosophy, because to me those are really, really important. So that's my teaching philosophy.